Hey everybody, in today's lesson we're going to learn about square roots and cube roots. The first thing we're going to talk about is square roots. Now most of you should know what square roots are, and you should know how to find square roots on your calculator because we've done that before, but you've probably just forgotten. To find the square root of a number on your calculator, you simply press the second key, then the X2 key, the number, and then enter. For example, if you want to do the square root of 9, it's going to be 3 because 3 times 3 equals 9. The square root of 100 equals 10 because 10 times 10 equals 100. And the square root of 81 equals 9 because 9 times 9 equals 81. Just remember that the square root is whatever number you multiply by itself to get another number. We did 9 here, we did 10, we did 9, 181 here, but we could say like 25. What number times itself gives you 25? Well, that would be 5 because 5 times 5 is 25. So we would say the square root of 25 is 5. Now, if you don't remember where the X2 key is on your calculator, the X2 key is the key right above the key that says log right here on your calculator, okay? See right there above the word log is the X2 key. So you would hit second, which is that yellow key, then the X2 key, because see, if you hit second, it's going to give you the square root, which is that little symbol up above the X2 that's written in yellow. Then you just press your number and you hit enter, and that will tell you what the square root is. Now, the cube root, if you're using the calculator to find the cube root of a number, you press math, go down to number 4, press enter, hit the number, then press enter again. Now, you see how to write cube root. You put the radical sign above the 8, just like for square root, but then you have to put the little 3 up in the corner. That little 3 means cube root. So what it means is what number times itself 3 times will give you a number. So for example, the cube root of 8 would be 2 because 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. The cubed root of 27 would be 3 because 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. And the cubed root of 64 would be 4 because 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. You might want to write down in your notes how to find square root on the calculator if you don't remember, but we've done those before. So you probably can remember that one easily. But if you can't remember how to find cube root using the calculator, then you need to write this down. You press the key that says math first, then go down to number 4. You have to press enter, then put in the number, then press enter again. We have a question here that says, how do you solve an equation in the form x squared equals p? Now, if we put a number in for p, such as 144, we want to know what number times itself gives us 144. So we're simply just finding the square root. So you would type in your calculator second, x2, 144, enter, and it would give you 12 because 12 times 12 is 144. But on the square root, since we know that a negative times a negative equals a positive, the answer can also be negative 12 because negative 12 times negative 12 equals positive 144. So anytime you're finding the square root of a number, you can put the positive form of the number and the negative form. So the square, to plug in for x squared, we could put 12 or we could put negative 12 because they would both equal 144. Here is another question. It says, how do you solve an equation in the form of x cubed, that 3, the way you say it is cubed, x cubed equals p? Well, if you put a number in for p, such as 125, you want to find the cubed root. Remember how to do that with the calculator is you hit the math button first, go down to number 4, hit enter, then you would hit 125, then hit enter again. And it would give you 5 because 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. If you wanted to know the cubed root of 343, and I forgot to put my little 3 outside the radical showing cubed root. So the cubed root of 343 would be 7, because 7 times 7 times 7 equals 343. Now it's only on the square root where it says x squared equals p that you would have to put the positive and the negative number. When you're doing what number cubed, that's not going to apply to that. I hope this helps you today on how to do square root and cubed roots. I've also included 2 other YouTube videos besides this one that may help you. As always, if you have any questions or ever need any help, please send me a message or a text. I'll be glad to help you. See you next time.